more of a community to have to talk to.
Awesome. And how about the food in all of these camps? How have you felt about the foods, the quality of food? Because I know you're a great connoisseur of different foods and going out to restaurants and everything, and we've had a couple of great cooks.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a foodie, you know. You can call me a connoisseur or a glutton or whatever, you know. But, yeah, I mean, I'm from Seattle. We have a lot of diverse food up there, and so, you know, I'm used to eating pretty well. If there's one thing I'm kind of irresponsible with, spending too much money on food. You know, I'm pretty reasonable other than that. But, I got to say, I wasn't exactly sure, you know, with a couple of the people we've had, I wasn't really sure what to expect in terms of food, and I've actually been like really impressed every camp. You know, a lot of the meals here are stuff that I would order out at restaurants, and yeah, it's been really good. You know, just mentioning or giving a shout out to the three chefs. We've had three outs, Gemini, Jules, and Ensinger all cook for us at different stages, and they all know their way around the kitchen.
And all a little bit different style too, which was interesting, but you know, all really, really good.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. So, you know, in terms of variety, yeah, I mean, yeah, we had some really incredible things, and I mean, in fact, I can definitely say, you know, with three outs, I think he's going to come for your World Series house. There's some dinners I'll be stopping by for.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and he's gonna come. He's gonna do the next camp with us too. So.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we had him locked down for sure for the make.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely coming for that.
Well,
so.
I'm excited for the return of three outs.
All right.
And his chicken. I like chicken, and I know my way around a chicken. I've eaten some chicken in my time, and that is some delicious chicken. And I would recommend it. You know, I don't think we'll have a camp that goes by without eating chicken and wine sauce, man. It's incredible.
And what's the other thing he makes really good? Asparagus.
Oh,
don't forget the asparagus.
Yeah. The asparagus was like, I think he made like, you know, a reasonable quantity, just like expecting, you know, it's a vegetable and dudes aren't going to eat that much, but the asparagus just, he was like snap, devoured. That was really good.
All right, well, I'm really looking forward to the next one, and towards the end of May, and we'll see if we can add in a few live sort of tidbits. Hopefully, get into River down here, and
yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to have the perspective of somebody who's as strong of a live player as Into River. I mean, there are people who have made more, you know, money than him, obviously, but there aren't many people who have played like the volume he has or had the kind of, you know, long-term life sustainability and career that he's had as a poker player. And just having that kind of longevity and success during that longevity is really impressive to me. I think, you know, to me that shows me like far more than, you know, someone who, you know, does well at a bracelet event or whatever, ships $500,000 or something like that. But if you can support yourself, you know, traveling around the country, playing one buy-in at a time for years like he has, playing cash for years like he has, then you're definitely doing something right to, you know, to make it that long in the live world. And I actually, you know, I've talked to Chris a little bit, but I really haven't had a chance to, you know, kind of pick his brain on some of those differences in live spots. I'm actually personally really interested in this segment. I'll be very happy to be sitting through it and just kind of picking it, especially right before the World Series. It's like the best time, you know, you could come and get that information. So.
For sure. All right, brother. Well, I think I've made you talk for an extra 15 minutes more than we had to. I think you've got most of you talking out through the week.
Yeah, well, you know, I like to talk, so I don't mind doing these. But, yeah, this is a great experience. I'm really glad to be a part of Rounders Retreats. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to help you, you know, improve your game. Like I said, you know, I feel like a proud papa when you guys do well. So, yeah, it feels great to be part of a process that helps, you know, provide a little clarity in the game of people who, you know, might be struggling a little bit, might be breaking even a little bit, might be losing a little bit, and really just kind of, you know, help people take out some of that vagueness out of their game and clarify some spots. And, you know, we always use the term yodeling, so help you stop yodeing and help you, be able to define what's going on a little bit better in poker.
Well, you can't get away with that without telling us what is yodeling.
Yodeling is a term that I guess I coined. I can't think of anybody else who came up with it.
That's the first time I ever heard it was from you.
Yeah, yodeling is what I refer to as, basically sort of nonsensically trying to use the force to guess what to do in a specific situation. And I think that a lot of people, sort of try and soul read a specific hand or soul read a specific situation or whether or not their opponent is bluffing, when the reality is, and this is something I teach at camp, between just using some kind of exercises and thinking through your opponent's range, thinking through how they played their hand up till then, and the kind of archetype of opponent that you have, I think you can really begin to quantify actually the value of what your hand is in those situations where it's very difficult. You bet 2 streets with top pair, top kicker with ace king or something like that, and then get raised on the turn. You're not really sure what to do. And I really think that rather than, what a lot of people there is, they have this kind of inconsistency to their thought process where they may do something on a whim, or, because they're tired or tilted, or, it doesn't even necessarily have to be tilt, but essentially they're just guessing or yodeling or, trying to, basically stare through their monitor and into their opponent's soul. And, it's just, it's kind of an agonizing place to be if that's what you're doing on a daily basis. So, I try and give you the start of the stuff that's a lot more obvious than people think. And I can, I'm really good at showing people the math behind it because I've sat there and played with Poker Stove and, done all of that stuff myself. And I feel like I can really take sort of some of that guesswork yodeling out of your game, help you quantify what it is you're doing, and be able to have an intelligent explanation of what you're doing, an intellectual explanation of what you're doing based on pot size, stack size, opponent's tendencies, as opposed to just, I felt he had it or I didn't feel he had it. Since, a lot of people talk about playing by their gut, and I think I'm really good at challenging you to think beyond that.
All right, great stuff. Thanks, Jesse.
You're welcome.
We'll see you in another month or month and a half.